students, hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to computer science classes of class 12. Today in this session we are going to start with computer networks third part, which will be covering the transmission media, that is the wireless one. We have already covered the wired one, the guided media, in our previous session. Now let us first understand what is wireless transmission media. When we are saying wireless, that means it does not require any wire. Okay, so it is not bounded or not guided by any media transport, and it does not require any physical conductor. So these signals are broadcast through air, water, or thus are available to anyone that has a device capable of receiving them. So this is very important for transmission, and we have almost 4 different types of wireless transmission media. The first one is infrared, then radio waves, then microwaves, and the last one is satellites. We will be discussing one by one in our upcoming slides. Now let us see what is infrared. Infrared is the frequency of light that is not visible of human eye. Okay, and its range of wavelength is just like your visible light that has wavelengths from red light to violet light. So the same wavelength, that is the red light to violet light is having, is equal to the wavelength of infrared. So far infrared waves are thermal. Now this is the reason we feel that heat from sunlight and a fire or a radiator. So infrared communication is playing an important role in wireless data communication. Why? Due to popularity of laptop computers, personal digital assistants, digital cameras. So all of them are using this infrared, and it is very sensitive to fog and other atmospheric conditions. Okay. Now let us have some advantages. Since it is having very short range of communication, so it is considered to be secure mode of transmission, and it is quite expensive transmission medium, whereas quite inexpensive. The infrared, it is not that much costly, whereas the infrared is in the disadvantage side, if you can say, the demerits, that it can only be used for short range of communication because of the frequency or the wavelength, whereas infrared wave transmission cannot pass through obstructions like walls, buildings. So there is the limitation or limit of infrared. Moving to radio waves. In case of radio wave transmission, the radio frequencies are allocated to private, government organizations for direct voice communication. So the voice communication is basically depending on the radio waves, and each radio signals uses different frequency, and this differentiates it from others. So this radio waves is having a special facility that it has got special frequencies for each and everything. Okay, the transmitter takes some message, encodes it, and then transmits it to the with the radio wave. The receiver, on the other hand, receives the radio wave and records it. So this is the technical way, and both the transmitter and receiver use antennas to radiate and capture the radio signal. So finally, this radio transmission is widely used by delivery services, policemen, security personnel. So these 2 points, this and this, these 2 points are actually explaining the working of radio waves. I hope this is clear to you all. moving to the advantages and disadvantages, let us first discuss the advantages. It is easy to communicate through radio waves and in difficult terrains, and since there is no need of digging, we do not have to dig anything or anything else. We do not have to have any laying of cables. Okay, so this is very easy. One more thing, the radio waves can travel through long distances in all directions, which is the disadvantage of infrared, right? And also they can pass through some obstacles like walls, buildings. So this is again overcoming the problem of infrared. Now let us see what is the disadvantage. It is susceptible for weather effects like rain, thunderstorm. So thunderstorms and rain can affect its communication. Data transmitted through radio waves is not secure. Anyone can tap it, anyone can hack it. Okay. Moving to microwaves. After infrared and radio waves, you have got microwaves. It permits data transmission rate of about 16 gigabytes per second. So it is very faster as compared to infrared and radio waves. So this type of transmission use high frequency radio signals. Now you will say, then what is the difference? When it is using radio signals, then that means this is radio waves only. The basic difference is that microwave is actually radio wave only, but the frequency or the speed is there. Okay, so you can see as the radio waves can pass through the obstacles like building, mountains, in the same way microwaves can also pass. And a transmitter and receiver of microwave system are mounted on very high towers, and both should be visible to each other in the line of sight. And in case of microwave transmission, curvature of the earth, mountains and other structures often block the line of sight. So this is an important thing, that the receiver and the transmitter should be in a line. Hence, several repeater stations are required for long distance transmission. So, but what is this? If we have so many repeaters, then obviously it will increase our cost. Yes, so this is actually a negative point of it. It is generally used for long distance telephonic communication. This is a basic important line. The long distance telephonic communication. Okay, let us see the advantages and disadvantages. A microwave transmission does not require the expense of laying cables. This is obviously an advantage of wireless over wired one. It can carry 25,000 voice channels at the same time. A big advantage, as no cables are laid down, so it offers ease communication over difficult terrains like hilly areas. Obviously, if it is a hilly area, it's very difficult to lay down the cable wires. So in hilly areas, you can have microwaves for easy communication. What are the disadvantages? Signals become weak after traveling a certain distance and so require amplification. As we have told, we require the repeaters after few distance only. So to overcome this, repeaters are required. So every 25 to 30 kilometers they require a repeater, the microwaves. So data signals are received and amplified, then they retransmitted. This makes it very expensive mode of communication. Installation and maintenance, again a big thing. Again it becomes expensive. Obviously, if I do something and after every moment I have to call someone to just check it, or have to employ someone, hire someone, then obviously the whole system becomes very expensive for me. Then last one, the transmission is affected by earth weather conditions like rain, thunderstorm and so on. So the same disadvantage like your radio waves almost. Now let us move to satellites. Satellites are an essential part of telecommunication systems worldwide today. Nowadays, we basically focus on satellites communication. They can carry large amount of data in addition to TV signals. The satellite communication is a special use of microwave transmission system, and the satellite is placed precisely 36,000 km above the equator, where its orbit speed exactly matches the Earth's rotation. So along with the Earth's rotation, this orbit also matches. Hence, it always stays over the same point with respect to the Earth. As the Earth is moving, it is also moving. Now let us see how it is working. The ground station consists of a satellite dish. You can see. I'll show you the figure. That functions as an antenna and the communication equipment that is transmit and receive. The transmit is called uplink and the receiver is called downlink data from these satellites passing overhead. Let's see the diagram. I'll just explain this diagram. This is the uplink, this is the downlink, the transmitting Earth station, the satellite and the receiving Earth station. So from the transmitting Earth station, the data is transferred to satellite with the help of uplink, and with the help of downlink, the data is taken from the satellite to the receiving Earth station. And this is the curvature. I hope the working of satellite is clear to you all. Now let us see what are the advantages of satellite. It's very economical, keeping in mind that the area covered through satellite transmission is quite large. Satellite used for national transmission are visible for all parts of country. Transmission and reception costs are independent of the distance between the 2 points. So, advantages are whole lot of advantages we are having with the help of satellites. So, if we are having any network in a hilly area, it's best that we have satellite connection or satellite communication, an economical way. Now, let us see what are the disadvantages. Placing satellite into orbit involves very high cost. So just placing it in the orbit of the Earth, that demands a lot of cost. But after the installation, it does not require much of amount. Since signals sent to satellite are broadcasted to all receivers, so necessary security measures are to be required. Suppose I want to send a message to someone, I do not want to be shared it with everyone. But since satellite communication, it will be moved and broadcasted to everyone. So that is, we have to have a security system, and that is available. And moreover, the transmission is affected by the weather condition. This disadvantage is starting from radio waves, microwaves and satellite. This is there. I hope the wireless connection or the unguided media of transmission is clear to you all. With this, we are ending with the session today. Thank you.